begin.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to this 12-part series on the power of your core. Now, as you already know, I'm Dr. Lott from Acupuncture's My Life. Now, in this episode, I'd like to get into part 2 of the discussion on digestive enzymes. But of course, before jumping into this discussion, I'd like to recommend you go to www.acupuncturesmylife.com and register for our weekly newsletter to learn more about acupuncture and how it can be of benefit to both you as well as a loved one. And don't forget to stick around to the end of this episode to learn another great core exercise in which you can do in the comfort of your own home. Now back to the discussion on digestive enzymes. You see, we have to always remember that enzymes serve as a catalyst for the process of transformation. The foods in which we ingest, our bodies heavily rely on enzymes to begin the process of breaking down such foods so that the process of digestion and nourishment can begin. Now, here's where we look at this process from a different angle. You see, last episode, I spoke of enzymes which are created by our internal organs to aid in the process of digestion among its many other functions. Now, in this episode, I'd like to get into enzymes that are in the foods in which we eat that combine with the enzymes in which our internal organs create to allow for optimal digestion. An example of foods that contain natural digestive enzymes are, let's say, avocado, bananas, pineapples, and so on. You see, what we fail to realize as human beings is that innovation can sometimes serve to our detriment. As humans, we are responsible for the great innovation in which we've come to heavily rely upon for our subsistence, but some of what we've created also imposes great harm to us, i.e. that being like microwave ovens, barbecue grills, stoves, etc. I say this because for enzymes that are in the foods in which we eat to remain alive to serve its purpose in the process of digestion, it's not to be cooked at all. You see, temperatures above 100 degrees Fahrenheit destroy enzymes. So when we fry, boil, bake, or even grill foods, it destroys the enzymatic content, which places a heavier burden on our system to produce even more enzymes to make up for the difference in the lost enzymes as a result of cooking our foods, for purposes, of course, of digestion. Now, keep in mind, the older we get, the less enzymes our internal organs produce. So imagine how we're taxing our bodies by killing natural enzymes we're supposed to ingest from the foods in which we cook. Now, can you guess what highway that then puts us on? It puts us on a highway to obesity. Hello, Acupuncture's My Life. This is where I get tons of calls from individuals who experience weight problems. You see, once food enzymes are killed off in the cooking process, and we're at an age where our bodies are producing less and less digestive enzymes, this food transforms into total garbage, where the body can no longer identify as to what the heck it is that we've eaten, and it lodges in the intestines for an extended period of time, rotting and hardening and becoming more and more difficult to expel. One of the main acupuncture treatment methods in my protocol is then to stimulate peristalsis to get the body to eliminate this disgusting waste that's living inside of us, because the longer this junk resides in our stomach, the more prone we become to disease. This is why I usually put my patients on some form of enzyme supplementation along with needling points on the conception vessel, as well as the spleen and stomach meridians. Now, remember, in Chinese medicine, the spleen and stomach is responsible for our postnatal qi, which is very important for the continuity of life. Now, along with this, I usually recommend a core exercise regimen to my patients to strengthen their core as well. And speaking of core exercises, here's another great core exercise presented to you bicentrella.
So in mountain climbers, I always like to start in all fours so that I can get a connection to the ground, pressing my hands down into the ground but lifting away in my chest. And so once I move my legs back, I'm not going to move my upper body. I'm just going to step my leg back one at a time so that I'll know this is where I should be in a proper plank. I'm going to start to move my knees one at a time. This is where you engage the core, move it to the next. And then you can do this at any speed you want, as long as every time you move that knee up, you feel the core engaged. Mountain climbers.
Now don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well as download the app from the Google Play Store to learn more about acupuncture, Chinese herbs, Eastern nutrition, and enzymes. And until next time, acupuncture is my life. What's yours?